for years, the Oscars has kind of lost its relevancy, as so many people in the modern day entertainment industry, in modern day Hollywood, are sitting around clapping, patting themselves on the back, clapping for themselves, celebrating themselves, while they become more and more out of touch with everyday people. And the big winner of the night was Anora. And I know you might not have seen it, Jay. It was a small, like $6 million budget movie about a sex worker. And so why not take all these opportunities to honor sex workers on the biggest stage for Hollywood? Small budget prostitution romp Anora triumphs at the Oscars. Star honors sex worker community from the stage. And yes, Mikey Madison absolutely did. Let's listen to her.
I also just want to again recognize and honor the sex worker community. I will continue to support and be an ally. All of the incredible people, the women that I've had the privilege of meeting from that community has been one of the highlights of this entire incredible experience.
That Yay, community, sex workers.
That community has been one of the highlights.
Sex workers were celebrated. We also had to celebrate some diversity, Jay, because Wicked's Paul Tazewell makes Oscars history as the first black man to win Best Costume Design. I do think it was probably deserved for a movie like Wicked, on all the different costumes and sets and all the stuff that went into it. But hey, he had to make some time to celebrate himself being a black man and winning this award. He's the second black person to win that category overall. But in his speech, he acknowledged his historic moment. I'm the first black man to receive the Costume Design Award. Maybe it's because not a whole lot of black men go into costume design, just a guess. I'm so proud of this. But not the only person that was celebrating diversity. Zoe Saldana, which we recently found out we're supposed to say her name like that. I'm going to say Zoe Saldana anyway, becomes the first American of Dominican origin to win an Oscar. Think of how far we're going with this, Jay. She's not Dominican. She's the first American of Dominican origin, because I think her grandparents came to this country in the 60s or something. But she was very excited about this as well.
And I am the first American of Dominican origin to accept an Academy Award, and I know I will not be the last. I hope the fact that I'm getting an award for a role where I got to sing and speak in Spanish. My grandmother, if she were here, she would be so delighted. This is for my grandmother, Argentina Cece. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias.
So fucking cringe. I'm just being honest. It's so fucking cringe. But thank God there was one diverse person, this beast, Carla Sofia Gascon, the man who was nominated for Best Actress for the transgender cringe awful musical that Zoe Saldana won an award for, Amelia Perez. This person did not win anything. And in fact, Conan O'Brien took some time to, have some jabs specifically aimed at him.
Uses the F word 479 times. That's 3 more than the record set by Carla Sofia Gascon's publicist. You tweeted what?
And this is a crowd that doesn't really know how to react, because they are all about diversity and inclusion and acceptance and all these things, except that this transgender person, this man who is pretending to be a woman and was nominated for Best Actress somehow, had a history of saying things that they don't necessarily agree with on Twitter. So they tried to pretend like he wasn't there, except for the jokes that Conan made.
I'm having fun. Carla Sofia Gascon is here tonight. And yeah. And Carla, if you are going to tweet about the Oscars, remember,
that's him.
My name is Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes, that is Carla. Carlos, I don't know what his name used to be, but yes, from Amelia Perez. And Jay, I can't believe it, but do you know this has just been revealed? This is breaking news. No one ever knew this before, but Elon Musk tweeted about it now. Mario Newfall revealed Oscar rules require diversity quotas for Best Picture nominees. Well, thank you, Mario Newfall, one of those big X-influencers who's always on top of everything. It's not like we've been talking about this for the past 2 fucking years.
Exactly.
But yes, the Oscars instituted diversity and inclusion standards, not for all of the awards, specifically just for one, and that is for Best Picture. Now, that includes a laundry list of things from on-screen representation, themes and narratives, creative leadership and project team, industry access and opportunities, audience development. You have to meet 2 out of 4 of these standards to be applicable. So in theory, you could have something that didn't have any diversity on screen, but meant these wickets with people from the costume design department or your PR team or things like that. I really don't think it's probably all that difficult to hit it. But yes, now Elon's commenting on it. This is messed up. Should just be who is best, not best with an asterisk. Now, of course, I 100% agree with that. But this isn't breaking news. This hasn't just been revealed, right? This has been out here for years at this point. But shout out to Mario Newfall, always on top of the news there.
Hey, Jay's your favorite follow, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Jay, did you tune into the Oscars last night?
Sadly, I was doing something else, and I was not watching the Oscars. I was actually watching House of David on Amazon. So
I have watched all 3 episodes that have been released for House of David on Amazon Prime.
What do you think?
It's solid. I'm enjoying it so far. Interested to see where it goes. Only 3 episodes in.
Right.
I'm waiting for the big. I'm waiting for the big moment, dude.
I am too.
Got to see the sling. I got to see Goliath go down.
I was too. The only thing that I found funny, I don't know why I find this funny. If I need to pause in between, just let me know. But
please, I'm wrapping up. I will wrap up. Please turn the music off. I've done this before. Thank you.
he got cut.
That was Adrien Brody who won Best Actor. I think it's his second one. He won it for The Brutalist. And yeah, they were pretty heavy with a lot of the playing people off to get them off the fucking stage. Adrien Brody refused to let that happen. I think twice they tried to start playing him off, and he basically blew them off.
Yeah, so he gives a speech about everybody, like
unity and
everybody get along,
the spread of anti-Semitism and all this,
and a happier and a more inclusive world.
And then they start playing it again.
If the past can teach us anything, it's a reminder to not let hate go unchecked.
Don't let hate go unchecked. There's the music again.
Okay, I'll get out of here. I love you. I appreciate you all. Let's fight for what's right. Keep smiling, keep loving one another.
Let's fight for what's right. I'm a Hollywood actor that makes movies.
And look, there was a couple Ukraine mentions thrown in there by different people, either making presentations or accepting awards. Overall, I will say this: I didn't sit down in there and watch it. Of all the clips I've seen, Conan's opening, all this stuff, it seemed much more apolitical than it has in some of the past years, especially from the host perspective. Conan O'Brien stayed out of that much more than Jimmy Kimmel did. Jimmy Kimmel made the entire thing about Trump. I think Conan had one little reference because Honora is about a prostitute who gets married to a Russian oligarch's son, I believe. And he mentioned, people must have been happy to see someone stand up to a powerful Russian. And everybody, claps and laughs and everything. That was the one thing that Conan threw in there. Other than that, he pretty much stayed away from things. But it'd be interesting to see what the ratings look like from some of the nominees, some of the winners, some of the cringe acceptance speeches, some of the disgusting Amelia Perez things that were out there. I don't know how many people were actually interested in the Oscars this year because fewer and fewer people care about seeing Hollywood congratulate themselves.
Well, that's the thing. Like over the years, it's just, people just tuned it off. Number one, because it became nothing but a big political spectacle, and these award shows, they just were people patting each other on the back with films that most people don't even watch. I don't even like I said, I don't think I've seen a single movie that was up for top, for the top choice. I've heard of Wicked. That's the only one, but everything else was just like no interest. And people just tuned away. So maybe now they're like, we got to get our ratings back. Or maybe they thought the country voted for this guy, Maybe we just don't mention his name and let's do that one, right? So who knows, man? Who knows?